Good morning, Brooklyn Squad. This is my second time doing this video. I don't know what happened before, but I thought I was doing a video and obviously it wasn't recording. So let's try this again. Good morning, Brooklyn Squad. Welcome to J Brooklyn Squad, and it is 4:13 a.m. Okay, I want to get this video done. We talk about sex offenders a lot. We talk about motherhood. We talk about celebrity gossip, of course. We talk about everything, but we haven't talked about online dating. And that's really important to talk about because I used to online date and the experience wasn't good. So it's important that you know what you're getting yourself into, get to know those warning signs and those little inch that tells you don't do it. That instant feeling that you got. You know that thing that says, should I, shouldn't I? But really, I shouldn't. Follow that, please. Men also. Because men will not tell us or anyone if he has been assaulted. It's their ego and shame. But baby, we don't judge on Brooklyn Squad channel. We show love. So I'm going to drop this video and I hope it's recording. Okay, so let's just check it out and get into it. First, hit subscribe. You're going to want to join. You're missing out. Also, you see that little bell right there? Ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong. Okay? Hit it. Notification time, baby. So you're going to know when we drop another video. Okay? All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's get it.
Friend who swept Zinea Barney off her feet.
You said he almost seemed like the dream guy.
Yeah, they were like a wonderland with him.
She says 27-year-old Daniel Drayton was a handsome, charismatic conversationalist she met on a dating app.
Like, we talked so much. We had so much in common. You know, he seemed like a real good guy.
She had no idea her life was in danger.
You never wake up one day and be like, my boyfriend that I'm dating is going to try to kill me.
The man she thought she was falling for, allegedly stalking her, threatening her, and her son, nearly choking her to death. Now we're learning Daniel Drayton is also a suspected murderer and rapist, accused of killing 29-year-old nurse Samantha Stewart last month and luring a number of women he met on dating sites into a string of heinous assaults. Zinea says Drayton first contacted her on the app Plenty of Fish in November of last year. She says she wasn't even looking for love.
He hit me up for like 2 days straight, didn't pay it any mind. Then I finally replied. And from there, like, our conversations went like every day.
They struck up a fast friendship. It quickly turned to romance.
He wanted a lot in life and he had goals. No red flags, nothing to complain about. It was a delight to talk to him at that time.
How often did you guys see each other?
Every day. It was not a day we didn't see each other.
They dated 6 months. Drayton even met her young son. Zinea asked us not to show him.
The perfect guy. That's how it's, pretended to be.
But alarm bells went off when she saw another woman calling Drayton's phone. Zinea picked up.
And I was just like, oh, how did you meet him? She said, oh, through the app. I said, Plenty of Fish. She said, yes. And I was like, okay, but did he, mention to you, he has a girlfriend? She was like, oh, no, he didn't mention that at all. And I just told him to get out my car. And that was how things started going left from that point on.
She says she broke it off, but he persisted, pleading to get her back, even trying to contact her on social media, using multiple aliases. And how did things go viral?
Every day he was hitting me up, like, he'll be outside my house when he sleep outside my house, spend the night watching my window.
When did you start realizing that there might be a threat to you?
The night he waited outside my house, I was looking at a particular day, but it was in June.
She says he started throwing rocks at her window, at one point sneaking inside.
And that's when he placed a ladder came through my window because I wouldn't let him in my house.
Another night, Barney says she filmed Drayton waiting out front. She claims she began to receive chilling texts and calls like this one, threatening to harm her son.
That's what you gonna do? You gonna do what? You say you gonna do what to my son? You say you gonna do... That's when I knew, like, he has to go.
On June 13th, things escalated.
The day started off with him blowing my phone up as usual. He just kept calling me. So I just like, let me just answer. So he was like, oh, Jamie, I just want to talk to you. I'm about to go to California for a job.
She reluctantly agreed to see him off. They met for lunch. He didn't eat, but he asked if she could drop him at a nearby park.
I come into the park. I'm driving like this. I actually pull up exactly right here. That's when he proceeded to sit here and say, are we still going to be together? Are we still going to be back together? And I said no.
She says he refused to get out of the car.
And that's when he just looked at me in the car and then jumped across. Had both of his knees on top of my knees while my seatbelt was still on. And he got two of his hands stuck, his whole thumb in my throat. And that's why I started to mark to this day.
At some point, did you think this is it?
When he was choking me, I can't even describe the feeling. That's when I kept feeling like this is it. I just kept thinking about my son. Like I have to live for my son. I have to get out.
In the very spot where it happened, she shows us how she narrowly escaped.
So I couldn't breathe, and at that moment, I had no choice but to just use my door and open it. And I got out, fell like this on the floor. And as I looked up, I seen 3 men come out the parking lot.
3 workers, seeing her in distress, rushed to help.
They asked me where I was all right. They was trying to save me from him. He viciously came around the car trying to attack me again. He kept saying he was going to kill me.
The men call police, but Drayton takes off.
If those 3 men didn't appear, I wouldn't be here.
Days later, Drayton was arrested and eventually charged with trespassing and strangulation. But a Nassau County judge later granting his release. Turns out, Drayton had already served 4 years in a Connecticut prison on multiple charges, including second-degree strangulation, unlawful restraint, and violating a restraining order. The Nassau County Court telling ABC News there was no way the judge could have known. The judge didn't know there was an out-of-state criminal history. Weeks after his release, that New York nurse Samantha Stewart is found dead in her home. Another 23-year-old woman raped. Police uncover both had gone on a date with Drayton.
The common denominator in these 2 cases, one being a murder, one being a rape, is dating websites.
How concerned were you when you found out that he had been released after that incident with you?
I was scared. I found out he was released that Wednesday when they announced that he may have murdered that young lady. I was so scared. I'm like, what can a mother do to protect her son?
The hunt leads investigators all the way to California.
2 independent investigations, as they progressed, led our detectives to one and the same individual. That individual was tracked across the country.
A fugitive task force and Los Angeles police eventually tracking him down in North Hollywood, arresting him last week in a hotel where they say he had raped and attempted to kill a woman he was holding hostage. He has pleaded not guilty to those charges. Drayton allegedly told investigators he had committed as many as 7 murders. Authorities now investigating.
At this point in time, any comments that he's made to us about his participation in other crimes has not been verified yet. But there is a lot of work to do.
In an interview with the New York Daily News, Drayton speaking out from behind bars, admitting he did choke Zanea, calling himself a, quote, good person, but saying that voices in his head make him do these things. Drayton went on to claim he was hoping to get caught because he didn't want anyone else to get hurt. But Zanea says that man she once fell for should not be underestimated.
No, I would literally believe that he would kill. Like, his eyes, everything he did to me, I believe that he's capable of anything.
You feel guilt?
I felt guilty in the beginning because I kept feeling like, how can I not see the signs?
Zanea now says she's swearing off all those dating apps for good.
Has this changed your outlook on those online dating apps?
Completely. I deleted every single one.
Los Angeles detective Trent Thurber investigates criminals using online dating to prey on their victims.
Online dating makes it a lot easier to trick somebody.
Thurber's advice when dating online, take things slow and do your research.
Checking the internet, there's a lot of information out there. Background checks are always good if you're willing to go the extra mile.
Experts say you can reverse image search your date to see where else their photo pops up. And trust your gut if something feels off.
Our instinct maybe needs to come into play. If you get one of those nervous feelings, maybe that's the time to cut it off and move on.
For Zanea, her harrowing experience has forced painful reflection and conviction to share her story as a warning for others.
Do you feel lucky to have survived?
I feel highly blessed, and I thank God every day about it because you, I relive it every day, you know. It just doesn't go away.
Wow. When looking for love, online dating apps turn dangerous. My thing is, he already did time. So when they caught him for strangling her and he had a hostage with him, the judge let him go. That's what shows you the fucking system is corrupt. John Wesley Hines that held me hostage and raped me for all those fucking 9 and 8 hours or whatever, he was supposed to do 15 years. He did 3. Okay? The justice system is twisted. That's why we must protect ourselves and our children. Know who you're sleeping with, please. Because sometimes it could be the enemy. Know who your neighbors are. Google them asses. Go on the sex offenders list. There's ways you can find out. Online dating, I've been there, done that. And then what it is they'll use any type of different apps and change their character. You see how he was using different apps, changing his character? We talked about the Max the other day, remember? How they so sweet and they want to go to school and they want to better their family and they seem like this loving person. But then he started to get obsessive, throwing rocks out her window, sleeping outside in his car watching her. Then he lured her in some more. Oh, I'm going for a job. I just want to talk to you. He gets in her car, because that's what they do. That's what they do. The sick-minded motherfuckers, that's what they do. Then when he doesn't have his way, she don't want to be with him, he attacks her. Please be careful, men and females out there. Please be careful. Know who you are dealing with. And this is another video from Brooklyn Squad. Please hit thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going to drop another video, baby. Okay? Love you to the death of me. Bye, Brooklyn Squad.